Greetings, Darklings, from across the interweb. It's once again I, the Duchess, Precious Ken, here for the Sounds and Shadows podcast. I
Yay.
got an exciting one today. This is going to be really cool and somebody who I haven't got a chance to talk to a lot before. So that's going to be really neat as I get to know them while we talk about exciting events. But before, as I always say, if you send me things, I will wear them on the show and shout them out. So today I have a lovely Rose Garden Funeral Party shirt. Very, very cool band I saw at Fixation last year, and has been out on tour from Texas, and just I was blown away by. They have a huge, huge sound that you wouldn't expect, and a lot of energy, and just seemed very nice people. So I need to get them on for an interview. That will be great. But today I have a different guest, and from the fine city of New York, and somebody who has kind of run and cultivated a big part of the dark music scene there for quite a while. I first saw on Twitch when the world went to hell in a handbasket and we had COVID and things shut down, and I was feeling very lonely and isolated. I turned to doing DJ nights on Twitch just to kind of, I don't know, get someone else to talk about music with me. And one of the best ones on there is a show called The Red Room, or Red Party, not the Red Room. Well, it's a room and a party,
And we have a red wall. We have a red wall.
but it is my pleasure now to bring on Sean and Madonna of The Red Party.
Hi,
Hello.
good to see
What's going
you.
on, both of you? It's great to have you and your beautiful library there.
Mhm.
That looks like, because it's a little, things, put here and there.
Mhm.
That's definitely not just like a green screen library. Those are
Oh, hell no. Oh, no,
sellable
no, no.
leather-bound tomes.
Yeah, actually, we do have the tomes. We do
I
have the
see at
tomes.
least a couple tomes right there.
Mm-hmm. It's true. It's true. We have quite the collection.
Well, I love that. There's nothing like the smell of a good book.
Oh, I think one of the greatest smells in the whole entire world is a used bookstore.
I
Oh,
think
I love that smell so much. I
Yeah,
really do.
used bookstore, and strangely for me, the other one is like a Kinney shoe store. It's very
Oh,
nostalgic for me. So I
you
think
bring me
same
back
kind
to
of
Buster
flavor.
Brown, and that's just crazy right now. That's awesome. Like totally, because like that, I know what you're talking about. I definitely know what you're talking
Yeah, I
about.
think it
Okay.
just reminds me of being a kid, but walking
Yeah.
it. Yeah, good stuff. All right, we're already keeping a laser focus going here. I love this. Why don't the two of you start out? A question I always like to ask in the
Mm.
beginning is, there was a show, an album, uh, you saw The Crow and stole your mom's, eyeliner, whatever it was.
I wish I was that young. I wish it was
eh,
the crow.
Fair enough. But whatever it was, you had some kind of event that was an awakening for you, and you said, "This shit is me. This is who I am and what I'm about." And I'd love for each of you to kind of tell me about that moment for you.
You start this one.
Me,
Yeah.
okay. As far as my sort of entry into sort of alternative music, it started in the 80s, mid 80s when I went to,
1980s.
oh yeah, 1980s. That's how old I am.
Not the
Um,
18. Well, hey, I mean, there's a lot of vampires in the scene. Sometimes people
yeah,
go back to 1780s, 1880s, whatever.
the 1980s. I went to a club in Santa Clara called One Step Beyond. I went there on Halloween night. A friend took me, and that changed my life. After that, I was like, what is this music? This is amazing. And I had been listening to, Duran Duran and Depeche Mode, but I didn't realize there was this whole subculture in addition to like just a couple of bands I had heard. And that's then,
It wasn't just
yeah,
David Gahan in a leather vest. There was more to it.
exactly.
That was a
Exactly.
big part of it and still is, but yes.
I mean, that's Depeche is my favorite band, but that going to that club and then going every week thereafter when I was 16 is pretty much what changed me everything, musically, how I dressed, everything.
Mutated.
But that for me is what brought me into the scene, and I've been in it since then. So
Beautiful. Beautiful.
you?
Honestly, I was I was a U2 fan and a Genesis fan. I was like around 13, 14 years old.
Are we talking like boy U2?
No, I mean, yes, boy, in October War, but I'm not old like that. I got into them right before like Joshua Tree. So,
Okay.
but you know, I was quite young, but it wasn't their music. But around that time, I used to go to a mall, and in the mall, they had a really cool, like, it's weird because it was a drugstore, but they had imported magazines in the drugstore. I am not lying.
Okay.
And they had a magazine which was an American magazine, but it was imported called Smash Hits magazine. Star Hits, Smash Hits, depending on which country you're in. I still can't remember. I think we had Smash Hits here.
No, we had Star
We had
Hits.
Star Hits. So we had Star Hits here, Smash Hits in England, but it was an English magazine that they transported over here. And I was transfixed. I was amazed looking at pictures of like Martin Deglaville from Six Six Sputnik, Susie Sue, Robert Smith, and all these people. It was my first like look at this beautiful lifestyle. Not without hearing the music.
Sure,
I knew
sure.
the Cure. I guess yeah, I knew the Cure, but not delving yet. Not there because I was still very young. Um, and so you know you get to that point where you're still finding your style, your voice.
Yeah, your niche.
Yeah, your niche. And so I remember seeing pictures like, oh my, who are these people? I want to be them. And so it was actually it was a magazine, really. It was like it
That's
opened up the
awesome.
world because I had to buy the magazine. And then by buying the magazine, I had to like find out who these people were. And then diving, then going to my local record store, Titus Oaks on Long Island, and buying imports and buying Catastrophe by Specimen, you know, and
Ooh,
buying this and buying that, going, Lords of the New Church, Killer Lords, I remember very distinctly because the only one they had. So yeah, it was a down the rabbit hole was definitely for me, I guess, honestly, more of a visual thing
sure.
first, and then the
I
audio
love that.
thing. Then you hear Pornography by The Cure, and
It's
it's
over.
all over. It's all over. You know, that's it. Bye.
I love that because, like I said, I ask this question always, and there's no wrong answer to it.
It's an
I'm a
answer.
big
Yeah.
fan of that. We all find the thing when we find the thing, and the people who kind of act like, the amount of years in the scene you have pays some kind of goth pension
I
that
wish.
entitles you to write, which it does not. None of us came shooting out of the womb with an intricate knowledge of Sisters B-sides or something. Like you find it when you find it. So I love that. That's great that it kind of a magazine, the visual
Yeah, it's
brought you
real.
to it.
Yeah.
Because I've also watched the scene, there was a time when like I had friends that knew everything about the music side of things, but just wore like khakis and a polo,
Nice.
and like they would take a lot of crap as being like poser. Whereas now it's kind of switched on that, where now it's more if you want to do the look, but you don't know the music, and people give it. And I think equally they are dumb. Like I think both of those things are equally dumb and just it's great to just let people find their own way into it and embrace it in the way that makes them happy.
Let people be happy.
Yeah, just let people
Let
enjoy
people be
things.
happy. That's all. I mean, no gatekeeping, no that nonsense.
Yeah,
That almost killed New York, honestly. That almost killed the scene. You had the older people latching
sure.
on, holding on to it firmly, like they own it, and they don't own it. They don't own nothing, you know.
Well, that's the next place I want to go with this is, as I said, you guys have kind of uh, made yourself a little haven there and run this successful night for a long time in what I have to assume is one of the hardest cities to stay relevant in the United States, just because everybody thinks they're, cooler than cool. And how do you kind
Oh,
of
you've been to Brooklyn. Okay, good. So we can just talk about Brooklyn.
stay on the edge of it? No, I just have Barrett tell me about it a lot now. So, um, so tell me a little bit starting out about that, of how you guys got started doing Red Party, and what it's meant, and maybe what tips you would give for other people in smaller markets and other cities that are trying to get a successful goth night and keep people engaged in it.
I've actually done that. I've actually answered the question a few times. I used to DJ in college, and in college I was DJing, and I was very much into punk and death rock primarily.
Mhm.
But I did straight, obviously, into a lot of industrial, obviously, mixed with goth, very, very deep alternative
Sure.
in my college radio station. After college was done, I stopped DJing, but I never DJed in the club before. It was in my college radio station, in the basement of the A building in my college. I would DJ my vinyl,
Yeah, hard,
and
hairy, you'd flip the light on, and yeah.
I'm done. And years later, I meet this one, and I was a staple at all the clubs. So if it was a goth club, I was there, and I'm dancing. I know all the music. I'm dancing. I'm very excitable. I'm a very excitable person. I'm very passionate about the music, and so Mondana started a night with a wonderful who passed away, Val who we loved him very dearly. They started a night called Hell, and they needed a DJ. They go, "Why don't you DJ?" I'm like, "I don't DJ. Why would you want me to DJ?" Well, you know all the music. It's like, yeah, I don't do this. But she got me DJing in
And
clubs.
this was like vinyl DJing at this point.
Well, at this point, it was a transition. So it was when I was teaching in college, it was vinyl, and that's all there was. There was vinyl, and I just remember actually we got the CD decks in like I think my second year of college. It was all vinyl with the Purple Monster, which was our broadcast switch, and it was so old, it was ridiculous, but it was a really great time. Like I used to stick in booze and my friends in there. We used to have parties and just
Oh yeah.
blast the music in there and just have so much fun. But yeah, Mondana started a club called Hell at the Pyramid, and right off the bat, it was very successful. It was literally like right when we started, people really took to it, which was like astounding. It wasn't a hard sell, and I think a lot of it had to do with it. I think a lot of people were curious of me DJing. Like, I want to go and watch him screw up. Kind of. I want to see him DJ.
You
And
had a big hater contingent.
no. People are really cool. I mean, but yeah. So that's how we started. That's how she started. How I started at the same time, more or less, was doing that. And then we moved
But
forward.
then
Yeah.
the night we did that night, and then for a little bit, and then after that there was a little bit of a hiatus because there were a couple of big nights in the city, and that was kind of the place everybody went to.
Hmm.
And I worked the door at that party called Albion Batcave. So I was doing the door there for a bunch of years, and then that place shut down. When that place shut down, we were looking for a new place, and that's really when there was kind of a need for something in the city in a
For a
big
goth
way.
club.
For a goth
For
club.
a goth club. It needs to be said that when Albion was around, which was the big club,
Yeah.
the big thing was synth pop. It was, which is good, which is great. I love DMV Nation, A-pop. So there was at that time that was the big music,
Yeah.
and we had our own room, our own goth room, which was great, and our room was packed, and I thought our room was much better, honestly. And so it was me and Patrick who were DJing. We were the goth DJs in the side room. And I said, I don't want no side room. I want my own freaking club. I mean, we play better music than they do. I love synth pop. Don't get me wrong, but I want to go to a club, and I want to hear Christian Death. I want to hear some Clement Xylox. I want to hear it. Some Hiroshima, something. I just want to hear some goth
Yeah,
music.
you want to make hearts cry tears of blood. I understand completely.
Yes, so much tears like rain. Mandana and I were looking actually, funny enough, for a space for Albion because we were good friends with the owner. And when it was bought out, we had to find a new space, and we couldn't find a new space for the big club, but we found a space just for us, which became the right party.
And it was I'm sorry.
I was just going to ask you, kind of following up on that. What about, because it sounds like promotion wise and whatnot, would you say kind of helped you, especially in those early days, get rolling?
Kinko's.
Lots of flyer making.
Oh my God.
A lot of
At
flyers.
4 in the morning. Oh, Kinko's on Astor Place. You would see every DJ and every promoter in there.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what it took then. What would you say is the key to a great flyer? Because I remember those days for shows too. It was an art form, a
Mhm.
true art form. Like we would spend, yeah, at least a few weeks leading up to a show in the 90s making this perfect flyer, and we'd finally get it. And then I would just hoe myself all over town, just
Mhm.
stopping at each
You
bar
know,
in
every
town for
store, every
like
record
30
store, every
minutes.
goth store, every alternative, everywhere. Yep. Hell yeah.
I mean,
So
Sean does all the art, so that's all him.
Sorry.
And it's he does all of the flyering,
Sorry.
making the flyers, designing them, and then getting them printed. I mean, it's a lot. It's a lot to. It was a lot harder back then because we didn't have social media in the way that we
We'd
do
have an
now.
X-Acto blade and we'd be freaking just cutting. Ah. And
do
so
you
every
know
time you see
what?
one on the floor, it's like, who dropped that?
Do you know what it
You
took me to make
exactly.
that?
How dare you?
No, but I also think that there is something social media I think can get you a certain point with like getting your name out to strangers and whatnot.
Mhm.
But it's different when you say hi and place that
Oh,
crispy flyer in somebody's hand. The odds of them showing up,
seems
I think
greater.
were about 60% more than a, Facebook share.
Well, social media is like a wide net,
Yeah.
but it's too wide, so a lot of the fishes kind of like swim around it. But I I've always liked social media for promotion
Yeah.
because
Because
you can cue into specifics, as opposed to like you don't know who's going to walk into that store today, or you don't know not tomorrow night I have to go to that club at 10 p.m. to drop off a flyer, like the flyers. I don't know if they're going to even be handed out,
oh
or
yeah. At
people can be drunk.
47 years of age, there is no way I could have flyer hoed like I did in my 20s. Like
Mm-mm,
I
mm.
just it would not happen.
No, no.
Yep.
I mean, it was a rite of passage for sure, and we did it. We freaking did it.
Yeah.
And it worked. It did work for us. Mom got the original flyers. Mom then saved all the flyers, like every single thing we did, which is a lot. I look at those old flyers. I'm like, oh God, I'm so embarrassed. I'm like really embarrassed. I want to make a book of just like every horrible flyer I ever did.
Well,
Just
you could
like,
watch the growth of them as you
Yeah.
went on.
oh. You say growth. I'm not really sure about
Well,
that.
also, it was like learning Photoshop and all that too. I mean, this is, we're talking about, 18 years ago.
Right.
And also one thing I do want to say that I do want to note, when Sean wanted to do a goth only party, I was like, that's not going to work. I did not honestly believe in just a goth only because we were used to clubs that had different rooms. So
Right.
you had sort of like an EBM, sort of more mainstream room. And then you had the goth room like Sean described, but he wanted to do goth only. And it worked. I mean, it really worked. And times have changed because now, we don't have the kind of spaces we used to have where it was a
No.
big club where you could have
Sure.
multiple rooms. Some places have that, like Tampa with the castle. We don't have that. So you
We just
really
have
have
better
room.
DJs. Yeah.
Well, I
I
don't
love the cat.
know.
Yeah, take
But
that, Tampa.
we love Tampa.
Oh my
And
God, the best
we had
Absolution
the best
Fest was
time at Tampa. We
amazing.
love them. And but so it really, he believed in it and he is so passionate about the music and the, getting people together and being very sort of inclusive and welcoming that it really people came out and people had a good time and still are having a good time.
I think they had a good time. I think now, like, I don't know.
Well, we hope they're having a good time.
I don't know about this red party. Seems a bit dodgy to me.
It could just be like me where I'm out there having a good time, but I'm also thinking, you know what else is a good time? My pajamas and my cats.
Yeah.
Oh my God, but that's like 5 in the morning. That's 5 in the morning.
No,
That's
that's like 12:36.
we go. What happens is we go to four. Our official cutoff time is four in the morning here in New York. I know most of the states usually have like around
Yeah, in
two
Kalamazoo,
curfew
Michigan,
or
they already have rolled up the sidewalks by that point.
but like so we have a drive to get home now. So we have about to break down, share goodbyes, get in the car, we don't get home. The sun's out.
Yeah.
We don't get home till like 6 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
So we're like freaking fried. I mean, we're just completely just like done. And then the next day, because I'm a genius, we do Gothic brunch on every Sunday.
Yeah, good thinking, because you want to wake up early and
Yeah, because you want to be refreshed.
I love it. So after getting this rolling, and having the Red Party take off about 10 years back, in fact, not even about exactly 10 years
Mhm.
back, you decided to take it up a notch, add in live bands there, and do a festival
Mhm.
once a year. And
Worst mistake ever.
a festival's tough. Like I just last weekend we did Fixation
Mhm.
for Cat, and poor Mike and Natalie, like they looked like they were about on the last straw at the end.
Oh,
It's
you should see
so
me. Oh my God.
yeah.
I'm totally afraid. I'm a mess. I really am.
So tell me a little bit about the impetus of having the terrible idea
Hmm.
to start
Worst
doing
idea ever.
that,
Yeah.
what it was like a little bit in the beginning, and then let's push on and talk about this year's festival and why people should be excited about it.
Well, I wish I was sober at the time, but hindsight, as they say.
Mhm.
Indeed.
Um, we were at Wave Gothic Treffen, and I have to give credit. It's very important to give credit where credit is due. And so we were DJing Morris Best Eye, which is the opening party on Thursdays. A lot of us, that's where our meetup on when we start the festival. Excuse me, burp. And it was around 4 or 5 in the morning, and we were just, we're obviously we're drunk off of really lava beer because they don't believe in refrigeration. So the beer
Correct.
stands out there like
I've
on the
been there.
DJ booth.
I've done a
The beer
festival in
the
Germany.
beer is like 80 degrees. It's like 80 degrees. So you're drinking lava. It's disgusting, but it's free, so you drink it. Because it's there, and you don't have to wait online for an hour to get two beers. You take it. So we took a bunch of them, took it out to the patio. It's a beautiful patio above Moore's Best-Eye because it's all underground. We
Yeah.
went up, and we're all sitting down. So it's me, and two of my favorite DJs in the world, Dave Batts from Release the Bats, and
Yes.
Martin Olgoth, who were like my brothers. Honestly,
Yes.
really, really, truly, I love them. And we were just drunk. We're just freaking drunk at 5 in the morning, drinking shit German beer, saying we should start our own festival. What would we do? And we're basically, as we're talking, we're just
I
planning.
wonder how many times Wave Got has caused this to happen, or this exact scenario
I
around the
believe it.
world.
Totally, totally.
You know what we could
Yes.
do? Brilliant.
And came back to New York. I remembered the conversation quite well, and I was talking to Dave and Martin, and they were actually serious about it. Like it wasn't. It wasn't
You'd
just
completely
it wasn't
forgotten,
like
and
kind
they
of
were
like, oh
like,
yeah, we're gonna talk. We're drunk, and we're just like saying stuff. We're like, no, 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 we should do this. We decided on New York because Dave is in California.
mhm,
He's in Long Beach, and obviously Martin's in England, so New York is kind of like
right in
dead
between.
center.
That's like me with Detroit and Chicago here in Kalamazoo, Michigan. Same thing.
So yeah, it was. We've been having a great time with it. It's been actually really fantastic, to be honest. I'm surprised that the bands that we do get, we get everyone seems to be really excited about it, which is really odd because I'm like, oh my God, yes, we want to wear a crows. I'm like, why? Why? Are you sure? Are you positive you want to get involved in this nonsense?
I get for
Okay.
you,
All right.
but for the rest of us, the idea of a goth festival in New York
Oh
City
yeah.
is a very romantic concept. Like
There
this is,
hasn't been one. It's not the first one, and truth be told.
sure,
But
sure.
decades ago, we had the Drop Dead Festival, which was freaking awesome. Didn't last that long, but it was
Drop dead.
great. It was really great when it did, you know. And there's Convergence was here, I believe, for 2 years because it
Yeah.
moves around. You know,
Oh,
it's
we've
moved
had it in
around.
Detroit before.
Yeah, so it kind of goes around. So that doesn't really count. But we really made an effort in regards to the bands and how we wanted the bands to like be shown to a New York audience to you're not going to get this band ever again, or you never got this band before, or kind of like Treffen, like you don't go see the American bands if you're American. Why would you? You're going to see them anyway. You're going to see the bands that you're not going to see ever, probably ever again, you know?
Yes.
And so it's really important to have those kind of bands on the bill going, this is a once in a lifetime thing. You should fucking pay attention. So we try to make a really hot, sexy lineup. Like really, and they're like, yeah, we want to do it. Of course, yes. Oh my God, this is amazing. I'm like, really? Okay, all right, sure, all right.
You know,
Contract.
Yeah.
I like that. And I kind of, like I said, before we kind of started rolling, I was, poking a little bit at, I was surprised that there weren't more New York bands that were there, that it was a lot of California one. But that makes more sense now that I get it. Everybody's going to come through New York if they can.
Yeah,
So you guys get to see the American bands just always
yeah.
coming
I mean, New
through.
York and California are going to get them.
Yeah, you want to find bands that you wouldn't have got a chance otherwise and
Oh, I
bring them
remember. I
to.
remember the first time we had Rose Garden funeral party. I was so pissed at Leah because she almost didn't make it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Yeah, sorry. We sometimes I have four, so I always probably have at least one guest appearance. So this is
good. It's
Finn, my
same thing with
sweet
Twitch.
son Finn.
What's their
Oh
name?
my God, it's a cutie bear. She's an Oreo.
That's Finn Finnegan.
Finn.
Oh my God. Is someone a James Joyce fan?
Maybe a little bit.
Why?
I
Why would you be a James
because
Joyce
I'm a
fan?
masochist.
Oh my God. I can't read James Joyce to save my life.
I only do it to hurt myself.
Yes, you do.
But yeah, I got him, and then there's Freya, the three-legged but 21-toed
I hate one of those. I
polydactyl
was trying to
tripod.
add the toes.
And then Kappa, my 19-year-old
Oh.
unholy spawn of a purebred Siamese and a one-eyed alley cat.
Glad people accept.
And then the youngest one, Lilith, who is a Mancoon that's basically like holding a boa constrictor. She's just a giant corded muscle.
Oh.
I've seen cats running past behind you guys as we've
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we got two. Echo
Yeah.
and Blixa.
We would
Blixa.
we would have more. We would have more cats, I assure you. But we're not allowed to.
Yeah,
Our cats won't. Blixa won't allow it.
Yeah, they
That's
don't
fair.
get along.
That's
He sees another cat. He owns us. Like he
Right.
owns us. He's like,
Mm.
no.
I say to my wife, like, once we hit 4, 3 cats, you're a crazy cat person. Once you hit 4, the difference between 4 and 28 is nothing. You've just given over to the cats.
I would say whoever
Really, it
cleans
doesn't matter at that
whoever
point.
cleans the kitty litter would beg to differ.
Fair. Well, that's me, and I do hold that. I don't know how they could produce more, honestly. With
I know. No, I throw the garbage out. Now we're getting to a really weird place now. But oh my God, the week of poo is like the bag weighs like 20 pounds. I think
I
I was
pretty
afraid
much
to
do
rip
it
the
every
garbage
day,
bags.
or I'll break an arm trying to carry him out. Yeah.
Oh my God. I'm like, oh my God, this all came from 2 cats. Oh my God.
So, do you guys want to tell me about your music festival you're putting on this year?
Do we have to? Do
I mean, I
we?
don't want to twist your arm. I just thought
Oh.
people might want to know.
Really? Why?
It's great. It's
Fine.
great.
Fine. Since we're here,
Okay. So why don't we fire through and go through it night by night? Starting out, you got a pre-party.
Yes, we do. We started. So we started the pre-party a while ago. But what happened was we used to be at St. Vitus. It closed down. So we used to do our party Underworld at St. Vitus.
Hmm.
And knock on wood, we did fantastically well. We were all friends there. Right? We're really, really close.
Sure.
And we used to do parties over there, meetups, right? But they closed down. So rest in hell, you bastards. So we moved the party to TVI. And because we're at TVI, again, we're good friends. Jasper, who works there, is also in the band called The Hunt, Silent Sea. And so they're really into it. And so they played last year there, The Hunt. So they were supposed to play this year also, but Mr. Guitarist couldn't make it. So we had an amazing opening party last year. So if it works, I ain't gonna fix it. I'm not gonna fix it. I'm not gonna try to change it. I'm not gonna try to rejigger it. It's gonna be what it was last year because last year's opening party was so much fun. We had every single freaking DJ. So we had about 15 DJs. We had the Hunt play, indoor, outdoor. It was just a fun way for people to come in and kind of involved
Get a mingle going.
and mingle. And it was really just the best. And every second, because God hates goths, it felt like it was going to rain. Like the clouds were just gray
I'm only
the
happy when it
whole
rains.
time. It's like, and because we're outside, we had like 10 DJs outside and like we have like 5 DJs inside. So I'm thinking we can't bring everyone inside. This is
Yeah.
so it's always a threatening of like this threat of thunder and lightning. And luckily, this is wood. It didn't happen. So hopefully, again this year it doesn't rain because it's a beautiful outdoor space, really big.
Yeah.
And I want to do the same exact thing we did last year because it was really fun.
I think that's really cool too to have an outdoor space for it, just because, like you said, for an event like this, people are coming to New York for this as their
Mhm.
weekend vacation and whatnot. And these are people you
Oh,
meet
dude.
online and you talk to
Yeah,
in
oh, yeah.
Facebook groups like ours for Sounds and Shadows or whatnot. But a lot of times you're meeting them in person for the first time. And that can be pretty
Yes.
tough when you have, 40,000 watts of band coming over the top of you while you're like, oh, cool. You
Yeah.
know, so I love the idea of doing a pre-party there that's outdoors, a little more dispersed, a little more we can go into some smaller groups and have a conversation and say hello.
So yes, we have boot blocks. No, we don't.
No
Screw
boot
boot
blocks.
blocks. I hate boot blocks. We have brickbats.
Brickbats, that's
Yeah,
true.
much better band. Oh, much better band. Oh, if I had to book boot blocks one more time, I swear I would saw off my own penis.
Oh,
My
Oh,
God.
I'm sorry, but I just can't. I can't with those people anymore. I just can't with those boot blocks. Oh,
I know you have Barrett on to DJ with you. You have on your show several times because I've joined in.
well, if it wasn't raining this weekend, he'd be over and barbecuing with
Now,
me.
if you want to give a hard time to Panther, I understand. I get it,
He's more delicate than Barrett. Barrett can take a joke. Panther takes everything personally. All right. I love the P dog. Don't get me wrong. I love it.
So you mentioned that it's going to be brickbats this year.
Yeah,
Tell me about
brickbats
it.
and the long lost.
Yeah,
Yeah,
one at a time. Brickbats first. Tell me a little bit about them.
they're a Death Rock Misfits wannabe band. Yeah, Corey, I
I mean,
went
actually, that's somewhat accurate. But
there. No, no, we grew up together. Like I was telling you when I got into the goth scene was around 14, 13. I wasn't lying. I met Corey in Long Island. I think we must have both been 16 years old, 17 years old. Yeah, like we were going to we were going to New York clubs, just starting from the city clubs, I should say. But we were going to, there was a lot of really amazing clubs on Long Island. The best DJs were on Long Island. The best goth clubs were on Long Island. Fight Me, Manhattan. Paris, New York, Spies, Voodoo,
Berlin,
Nash,
suck it. Yeah.
so we had the best clubs. So it was 18 plus, but we would find ways in. A lot of times I'd have to hop the fence from Paris, New York. Spies, I knew the bouncer because of the girls I was running with. I
In
think by the
Michigan,
time
we just had IDs, the driver's license. The back of it was the exact color of Clairol #5 cover up. So you get a toothpick, and like a seven becomes a one, and eight becomes a four, and then just a little clear nail polish, blow dryer, bing bang boom.
I tried that. I did. I went to the public library, my public library. I tried that. I swear to God, I did. And it didn't work. It's me. But my friends told me what to do with whiteout. With whiteout, and then you do a photocopy of it, and then you go back and you do this, and you say, "I lost my wallet, but I have a copy of my birth certificate," and you make it all. Here you go.
Yeah,
Because they don't care. At least then they didn't care. Like,
right.
this is
I mean,
back in like,
especially if you're a
this is
dork.
back in the 1860s. So, back then we were lucky to have toilets actually, let alone a goth club. So that was great. So yeah, so
So
I've known Corey. I know Dennis. We've known each. We've all known. We all came from the Long Island tribe.
yeah.
So we're really great friends. Corey's in Bellwether Syndicate now, and he's
Yes, I
amazing.
saw them there recently with Sarah and William,
Yeah,
and he was playing there. So
I'm so happy he's in that band. He's so cool. Corey looks so good in that band. He really does.
honestly, and it really, I think, added an extra layer to
Oh,
what was
him and
already a great
Steve on
band.
drums. Forget about it. It's like the band is like so full right now.
Yeah,
I'm really happy for them.
I
So
always say that William has like the best rock star face in the modern scene.
you're
Like, so
right.
when he's on stage, and I look in the encyclopedia for goth rock star, it's just what I picture is
The
exactly him like
glasses,
staring.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. The hair just perfectly, just yeah, yeah. I totally agree with you. I get it. I definitely get it.
Yeah. You're
Yeah,
gonna
Brick Bats and Long Lost. Patrick was just here today, and William Faith just actually remixed their newest single.
Yeah, yeah.
So
And
it's
Long Lost has my dear friend George is playing with them, right?
yes,
George,
yes, he
yeah,
is. George is amazing. I've known George since I was about 17,
nice.
18.
I'm a big fan of Black Rose
Oh, maybe
printing music
20,
too.
maybe 20, because I was after college, 19, 20, I met George.
Yeah.
I want to get it right. I don't want to, I don't want to fudge it. I think it was like
I always refer to him and Black Rose is like the Peter Gabriel of goth. I like his voice and just how he
he's
can,
a
and the
Rush
fact that
fan.
half his songs are about Dune. So I mean that's pretty cool too.
Mhm.
We love George.
Well, you know what though? It's really funny. He hates David Lynch's version, the 1984 David Lynch version.
We may have had 14 or 15 conversations
Yeah, I've had him
informally
here
about it.
drunk on my couch, Clockwork Orange style. Clockwork Orange style. Like, you're gonna watch this, and I'm going to annotate everything. Like, that's it. Like, how dare you, sir? I mean, warts and all, that movie, I believed, tried to do something that was impossible, and that was get in the mind of Frank Herbert's girthy first novel, and did it in one movie?
Well,
Come on
there
now.
was a juncture there in like the 90s where every night I fell asleep to I had the two VHS like special edition, and I put in one or the other, and it's what would make me go to I could never make it through even half the movie, but
You and
I would
I
just
are
start from wherever I left off the next day.
You and I are having sleepovers. We're having
That's it
sleepovers.
was my Valium, baby.
You know
Like
what
that
mine
was
is? Mine is Salem's Lot.
oh yeah, that's another good one.
Uh,
Now,
the original.
so if you ask me, I would say visually number one is David Lynch.
Hmm.
Keeping to the story well and is the terrible visual sci-fi channel
Oh,
one.
I can't. I can't.
Hold on. And then the honestly the best blend of the two to kind of hit a average in between of both those things is the new ones.
I would say number part one broke me. It was so great. I was reborn, as if the world was new. I was just the first one.
I just had to free Finn. He was never gonna be quiet until I did. All right. So I love it. We're all over the place. That was night one. Friday. what are people going to see? You even have a Detroit represent band here, so we'll
Yeah,
wait to get
I
that one. Let's
apologize for
start at the
that. I
top.
apologize. That was an accident. I didn't mean to get Detroit involved. It just kind of happened. I was against it initially,
I mean,
but they
they
were
don't
begging
honestly
me, so
don't
we'll do it for
spend that much
free.
time
We'll
here.
pay you. So it was great. It worked out. Now, Ritual Howls, I love their music. I love their sound, first of
Always
all.
been great.
It's their sound. I love that tiny freaking guitar. I love his voice. I love everything about that band. I love their sound for me. I can sit down and work
Yeah.
and not even lift my head up till for have lunch. Like I'll just immerse myself in their sound and just stay there.
I don't know,
Like
there's just something urban wilderness Iggy Pop about that band that I've always just, I
if
don't
Iggy
know.
Pop was Manos, the Hand of Fate, maybe.
Yeah, but like just kind of a hungry wolf raw powerness to their music that I mean they've evolved, they've changed a lot of it, but something about it just always has that kind of lean, hungry wolf feel
And also, I
that I
love
love.
also the when I say long songs, like the 8 minute, 7 minute songs, which I just they I love those long intros. It goes back to the whole Phyllis and Nephilim thing, where it's like these you can get like 3 or 4 minutes of just
Yeehaw.
ooh, and then you get some lyrics, and it's just there and it lives right there under the surface. I love it. I love it. I love them. They're so good, and they're great live. We had them here. This is our fourth time booking them.
I think third.
Third, we had them a few times in New York because again I'm a fan, and if I can, I will. You know,
Yeah.
like you book what you love. You know, and that's what I do. So
Mhm.
I'm really happy that yay we get Ritual Hells. And
All right, we're gonna hit rewind and kind of go back earlier in the night now
mhm.
to Hallowed Hearts,
I
which
hate them. Oh, don't people come late? They should come late. So they go
okay.
on it. So they go on at eight. They go on at 8 p.m. Right or on 8:15 ish usually 8:15 depending like
Is that halfway through the night for you guys?
that's
8
when
p.m.
it starts at 7 p.m. The first two nights starts at
Thank
7. Ours
goodness.
are 7. We're doing sound checks. We're doing sound checks from 3 to 7.
Yeah, I don't go to festivals anymore that start after like 6:30,
Oh, this is
p.m.
New
I'm
York. We
usually in
go
bed by
hard.
then.
We go. I'm at the bar, like just doing shots at like 3 a.m. Going, what hell? What are people doing? Come on, let's get some of this.
So tell me a little bit about Hallowed Hearts and why you wanted to book them in for this.
Because again, it's not because they're friends of ours. Because of Alex and Andrew. It's not. But I remember I was at Red Party and Alex came over to me. He's so excited. And this is years ago. This is years ago. You'll never guess what? I'm starting a band with Andrew. Oh, and he's so excited. We're outside. We're out. I'm smoking a cigarette outside of Mercury Lounge, and he's so excited. He goes, I need to send you. I need you to hear. We're working. I need you to hear it. I'm like, oh no. We're friends. If it sucks, what do I say? Do I lie? I don't want to have that.
This is awful.
Oh, and it was great. It was awesome
Thank goodness.
because they're both really into goth rock. And I think goth rock as a genre is the highest form of music. I can say it's fuck off all opera, fuck off all classical. Everything else can be burnt to the ground. Gothic rock is the highest form of music. You're taking this great dark lyrics and beautiful guitars and smashing them together
Putting
and
it in a
cowboy
frilly shirt
hats,
with pageantry.
leather pants. Come on.
What's not to
Uh,
love?
so Howled Hearts is all that. So it's the cowboy hats. It's the leather pants. It's that kind of like that Fields of Nephilims. Wear my heart in the sleeve. Sisters of Mercy fanboy.
Yeah.
New Model Army. We're Lori, oh Lori kind of thing. It's all of that.
There's
With
nothing I
a
don't
modern
love
twist
about
though.
Yeehaw Goth. I mean,
Yeah,
that's my
I
shit.
freaking love it. And dude, their cover of Comfortably Numb. Who?
Who does that to start with?
Exactly, and they nail it. They freaking nailed that. Who nails that? They did. Is what they did. And also their cover of they did a cover of Escape of the Romeo. Um, what's that song? Throwing kisses with the
I don't know.
machine gun.
I know the song, but I don't know the number. I mean,
But yeah, they're great. So I'm excited, and also they'll have a surprise guest who I cannot tell. But I was on a drunken Zoom call with him like a few months ago, and he was like, ah, all because of me. By the way, it happened because of me. I just want to say, when you see him on stage, it's because of me. But
See
they have a really big surprise
that's
guest.
me too. I love seeing it because I always call myself goth yenta,
Yeah.
and I love like when I make bring them together. There's no better feeling. So I love
Ah, but can
seeing
you
you doing
hear
that. This
me?
happened because of me. Oh, Sean, it's becoming more and more clear why you and I have never hung out before.
The world will explode.
Yeah, exactly. Like that, it'd be like splitting atoms. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's all right. Next up, A Starry Night. Very cool band that I love from Florida that
You're
I've
sure they're not
seen.
from England?
Somewhat. They.
I'm pretty sure they're from England. I thought Michael is English, isn't he? Like, I can swear to
I
God,
thought he was faking it.
he's Al Jorgensen faking it. What's the thing?
Uh, but A Starry Night, who again have done tracks, it's done where they do a little yeehaw gothness to it, throwing in the jangly guitars and stuff. I like when they. That's not all they do, but to me, that's some of my favorite stuff they do.
But just if they ask and they do, and they want to be a part of anything, I try to find a way for them to do it because they're one of those bands that we just really we enjoy them so much, and live, Starry Night Live is such a good band. They're aware. They're one of the bands that True Lies are like this too. We were talking about it before, but that they're very hyper aware of what they're doing on stage live
Sure.
in front of an audience. They know their moves. They know how to do this. It's not choreographed so much, but presentation aware.
Yeah, they have a
They
lot in common
definitely,
with like In Sync in that sense. Yeah.
yeah. They definitely know what they're doing, and it shows. They're
No,
hanging
that.
tough. They're hanging tough, is what they're doing. That's
Oh,
our new
oh, oh.
what's the new kids on the block? New kids on the block. They're from Boston. New kids on the block are from Boston.
Hey,
Yeah,
Jordan wore a Bauhaus t-shirt
exactly. That's why I brought it up because he wore the Bela
He wore a
Lugosi
Bauhaus
shirt, which
t-shirt
I
in
saw in the
the
big one.
Please Don't
How
Go Go
dare
video.
you? How dare you? Like Tony Childs was wearing a C6 Sputnik shirt. How dare you?
Next up, Soft Vein.
That is a new addition, by the way.
Had to be because sadly, you guys had canceled several U.S. dates because of I don't know if it was a visa issue or what have you, but yeah,
What it was as a cost and time issue.
sure,
It wasn't political. It wasn't a Trumpy thing.
yeah,
It wasn't anything of that. It was just a timing thing. And I don't want to blame
just a
the
shame.
band,
Yeah,
but
it's Then Come Silence. We got to play with them. They're absolutely one of the best live shows I've seen in the last 10 years. They're
we did
phenomenal.
they played Murder Crows 2 years ago, 3 years ago,
3 years ago.
3 years. They played 3 years
We
ago.
love them. They're awesome.
I've had them at Red Party. I did shows with them with a few other bands off the Meadows. Where I was supposed to DJ his birthday party in Sweden. I DJed for him in Sweden a few years back.
Alex or
Alex,
yeah,
we have a lot of mutual friends in Sweden. Really good friends,
yeah.
and so yeah, we.
They're phenomenal.
I miss
They're
Sweden.
awesome. Yeah,
I
we
miss
get to
Sweden.
see them at Treffen though, so that's
Yeah,
really
so
nice.
yeah. Oh,
But sadly, they're not
he
going to
owes
be
me
here
so
for
many drinks. Him and Hugo owes me so many drinks. Oh my God, he owe me. Oh my
Hugo
God.
is great too.
No,
Yeah,
Jonas is
Rachel, my
awesome.
wife, was just batting eyelashes. Thought he was the most adorable thing in the universe. Hugo is super cute.
See, I'm definitely a Hugo fan. Like it's like Duran Duran. You get Nick Rhodes, Simon Le Bon, John Taylor. I'm a Hugo. I'm sorry, Alex. Sorry.
We need to get T-shirts made up that I'm with Hugo.
Yeah. Well, you know what it is. Also, he always wears the same three shirts. So you'll either get on the Lords and New Church
Yep.
T-shirt. Right there is like catnip for me. And so he always like is like going, all right, I can see where you're going with
Well,
this.
the other thing is that, but we're both kind of famous for the
Mm.
Marlon Brando cap. So,
Yep.
all right. But we were talking about SoftBane.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
you brought in
All right.
SoftBane.
So then comes Silence. We booted them out. We said, no, you can't do it. So we said, then comes Silence. I'm sorry. You gotta go. We need some soft
We
vein.
need to open a slot up.
Well,
So
because
soft
soft vein right now is so hot.
they are.
And then comes Silence on their way down right now. Like they're on their way down.
Doesn't
Uh,
SoftBane they're doing a tour with actors right now, right?
yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, I mean that's hot. I mean if you're touring with actors and leathers, that's hot tamales.
No, I want tamales. Oh my God, damn you. I'm hungry right now and like tamales sound so good.
I bet in New York you could probably get good tamales. Something
The
tells me.
best Mexican food outside of Mexico, New
Uh-huh.
York.
No, I don't know about that.
Better than California, that's for sure. You want some good Mexican food, you come to
People
New
will
York.
fight you on that.
They have. That's why you do it. Lobbing grenades.
But
So
we're excited. We're excited.
we
to have
already
some.
talked Ritual Howls and closing out the night that night from Germany, and you did let some synth into your festival this time.
No, I would not call Pink Dress Blue Synth at all. No way. They
Why
are
I'm being
they are a
curious.
goth. They're a German goth band. No way are they. There's no way they're a synth
I love
at
it. Okay,
all.
tell me why. Tell me about why you love Pink Turns Blue.
All right. Pink Dress Blue is a band I've loved for a very long time. They didn't come out with an album for a very long time. They came back, I guess, a few
Yeah.
years back. And and when they did, we were very hyper aware of it. And I was supposed to book them a few times in New York. It never happened. They actually literally emailed us, but they emailed the wrong email. Do you remember who was it? They emailed Ranker and that. And so this time around, I was like, I want to get Murder. I want to get Pink Turns Blue because the last album is amazing, and it's such a deep, beautiful album. It really is. And this is not taking away from synth pop, but his lyrics are just very much more, a little bit more deeper, a little more studied, a little bit more nuanced. I think he doesn't write a pop song. He does.
Yeah, I
It's
wouldn't
like
call them
Zymox.
synth pop.
It's like it's Klein Zymox.
Yeah,
Ronnie knows
dark
how to write
wave
a
or yeah.
hooky pop song, and he has the keyboards. He knows what he's doing. But I would never call Zymox a synth pop band.
No,
No,
no. I would call them like dark
like
wave or
walking on both
something like
sides,
that.
missing you, so much more. I mean, Devil. There's so many like Pink Turns Blue songs that like there's nope, sorry, no, no.
So they're going to close
They're
out
they're in the
your
goth camp. They're
they're going
definitely.
to close out your Friday night. And where is the site for Friday night?
So this is all right. This is a bummer of a story actually. It is, but it isn't. But it is. So we were at last year. We had a great time last year. Last year was a huge, huge, huge success. It was wonderful last year. It was fantastic. Uh, we moved to Brooklyn. We moved the festival to Brooklyn. We were at Brooklyn, Maine.
Did it get more pretentious when you did that?
Oh, absolutely. I got more pretentious. It was fantastic. It was just a wonderful scene of just snobbery, and I felt at home. Is what I did. I
They
felt
just a bunch of milk crates stacked higher and higher so you could stare down your nose. I love it.
it was we had a wonderful time, and the people who worked there they were so excited. When our lineup was just off the. You'll never see a lineup like ever again. That lineup was like that's it. It was ridiculous. It was stupid. No one deserved that. No one deserved that festival. No one.
Did you grab a microphone and point that out to everybody?
Yes, I did.
None
I
of you
did.
deserve this. You're gonna
Yeah,
get it.
no, no, really.
No one here deserves this.
I think it is on video. Yes, I did.
I love that.
It was just it was ridiculous. The largesse that abounds. Pearls amongst swine. Strawberries is what they were. But So we had, but the venue closed down, as a lot do. So we were at Brooklyn Mate, and they loved because they understood what we were doing,
Yeah.
and you want that, and, so like wherever we go, we have to prove ourselves to like, no, we're not Satan worshipers. No, we're not. No, we're not freaks. Yes, we are, but we know how to run a business. We're responsible. Our people are great. No, you don't even need bouncers, really. Like we have to explain to people, no, we don't play Marilyn Manson. Like because
That's
that's the major. That's what people know. What when you ask a normal human being, what is goth? They go, oh, Marilyn
yeah.
Manson,
I've heard Trip. I know who
Rammstein,
Nine Inch Nails are.
Nine Inch Nails. Yeah, exactly. So that's their basis. That's what they're
Yeah,
working off of.
it's
They
the only
need
one
to
Barrett
know.
knows too.
So I had a conversation before where I had to convince people, and I also always preface this, which is very, very true. Goths drink because any venue you go to doesn't matter. They're making their money not off the front of the house.
Yeah,
They're making their money on the bar. So
yeah,
if you make the bar happy, you can run that night.
yeah. 63 Bordeaux. Yeah,
So so our bars do really well. The bars did great at Brooklyn Mead. Our bar did really great at Barry. And so when Brooklyn Mead closed down, whilst we were setting up the festival, by the way, yay. That's why I said don't do a festival.
Yeah, we were already booked,
Yeah,
contract signed.
we contract all the bands, so we had to pause for no advert. We were supposed to release tickets like I think February. We're ahead of the game because the last year was such a success that
yeah.
this year we were like going, well, we're going to start earlier.
Yeah, we got to get in front of this.
Yeah, but well, no venue, so we went back to Brooklyn. We went back to Barry Ballroom, back to New York City to do it, and they were like, yes, we want you back. Because again, they knew like
People drink.
Yeah.
we no, it's not that. It's not even just that. Our crowd, they love our crowd. They love our music. They love the music. They actually get into it and will watch the bands.
Yeah.
They should be working, but they're actually really.
And also,
it's great music.
Goths aren't trouble. Like, the worst we're gonna do is write a poem and cry about it. Yeah, like nobody's gonna, start any crap. We're just, there to take in the music and then go home and be sad about it.
Yay.
And Bowery's it's a great venue.
Beautiful.
It's a really like an old school New York venue. It's gorgeous. The sound is amazing. It's just more expensive because we got to rent a back line and all that
Sure.
the other that Brooklyn Made already had. But
Because they have so much money.
It's really a great place, and actually, I think bands really
They get more
enjoy it.
excited.
It's a historic kind of venue too.
Sure, sure.
But
all right, now Sean, you forced me to do something that's very hard for me as one of the original Ritalin test kids myself.
Me too. The syrup.
Yeah, yeah.
Sticky syrup?
Oakland University, 1984. They strapped me down in a chair and hooked diodes and told
Me too. The little pasty, the white paste.
Yeah. Good times.
Hey.
So I'm gonna have to for Saturday fire us through here, and keep us on the rails. Okay, here we go. We then go to Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
Octavian Winters,
very
cool band that has just been playing a lot with our friend again, Detroit. Vasm, our friends Vasm has been playing with them. Tell me about why you love Octavian Winters.
Well, first of all, again, I come from an old. I hate saying that, but I like goth music.
Yes.
I like that they celebrate the fact that they're a goth band, and
they lean in, and I love that about them.
But also, it's really cool too. It was, and this is a truism. This is truth. They weren't my first choice. It was William Faith and it was Dave Batts. So we're like, check out Octavian Winters.
Yeah,
you should have them play. You should. That was really their idea, honestly.
Wow.
And I listened.
When William says something, you probably should listen.
You think so? Really?
I think he's got a bit of cred.
Because he's so cool with the hair and the band and the producing and the Christian death cred. What? Oh,
Yeah,
that
I
Faith in
mean,
the
look,
Muse.
if I
What?
was to make a spreadsheet, everything you said would be on it.
CV like. But yeah, he said you should do that Jimmy Winters, and
That's a
I
good
heard a
idea, though.
couple.
I am going to make
I heard
a
a couple of songs. I
goth
already
cred
heard a couple of
spreadsheet
songs.
now.
Huh?
I'm going to now have to make a goth cred spreadsheet that has like a score you can add up at the end of it, and William Faith will be the model for it. Yeah.
How did I get into negatives? What the hell did I do wrong?
All right. So, but William recommended them, and I agree. Very, very cool band, a cool
Yeah,
way
and
to open
again,
things.
it's really awesome because it's a great way to start Saturday, I think, because the sound I think will permeate through the night.
Yeah.
Because after that we have Nox Novacula, who we had before, um, and they just finished their tour with that horrible band Bootblocks. They were in Europe together.
Yes.
And
I saw pictures. It looked
so I was
horrible.
passing on messages to Barrett for Charlotte for Knox. So I was like, tell her this. Go and say this. Just make sure you're on tour, but make sure the contracts are signed. That kind of thing. And so they're again the great death rock, and you need to have that. You cannot do a golf festival. You cannot without some good death rock bands.
Was that Martin Oldgoth's voice coming through you right there?
Absolutely not, because otherwise you need subtitles. Oh, I love
I
that
love it. I love it.
bastard.
All right. The next one to talk about here is somebody I have never seen, but have been a huge fan of forever. And it's criminal that I haven't seen them.
Mhm.
Alter de Fay.
You're going to goth jail right now. The
I
Black
should say I'll
Keys.
send myself to goth jail. Like it's terrible that I've just never the stars haven't aligned. Um, I mean that's a
They're
legendary band.
basically
Not only are they
they're
just
basically
amazing
West
and so
Coast
good,
death rock heroes.
but they were such pioneers
Yeah,
for
they're
paving the way for just being fucking weird. And I think they meant a lot. I mean, to me, they meant a lot. Little 16-year-old Ken sad in his bedroom because some girl done him wrong. Like it was one of those bands that really, I don't know, made me feel like I'm not that weird.
you
And
are.
so I am, but
You
yes,
are.
but I still
Sorry.
sometimes don't want to always feel that way.
Sorry.
Sometimes I do, but yeah.
Be
All
weird.
right. Next up is again a band that is I don't know. I give a lot of kudos to and a lot of
Kaja
credit to,
Gugu. Yes,
but
we got them all. We did it. We did it. I had a connection through Duran Duran and went right to Kaja Gugu. It was brilliant. Too shy.
but Vision Video and Dusty to me, look, I can't think of a lot of bands that to me there has been since 2018 a whatever goth renaissance, of actually. And when we played with them, when I go to their shows, I'm the oldest freaking person there at 47.
Unless I'm there.
And and they are all chanting along with it. He is spewing far left propaganda at these kids, and
That's
they are
not
ready to grab.
propaganda. It's not propaganda if it's true.
Well, true, but they're ready to grab pitchforks and torches and follow him. And I love it. Like he
That's
is a
what
burst of energy that this scene desperately needed.
I never understood when people say, "Oh, music shouldn't be political." I'm like, what?
It always was. It
What?
always was.
What? What are you talking about? You're saying it because you don't like what they're saying.
Right.
But if someone was saying what you would like, then you're all for it.
But I love he will do that in Detroit.
Mhm.
He'll do it in
In New York.
New York, and he'll go do it in the deep part of Texas the
Good.
same way and just fire it off. And everybody respects that energy and he's intelligent about it. He
But also,
took
again, he was in Afghanistan, so and he was a
Yeah,
fireman, so he was a soldier and a fireman. So
right. I
who's
think
going to
that's part
argue?
of why
Who's
it
going to
works is
argue?
he's informed about these opinions,
Yeah.
and but it wouldn't have worked, doing the kind of joke, the goth dad, bit and everything, if the band wasn't awesome. 10 out of 10, like great and incredible stage performance.
And
Like
honestly, I think they're getting better now.
they are.
I think they're
Beyond the
getting
shadow of a
stronger
doubt.
now. They're
Like
getting a little bit more guitar heavy, which I really like. Um, yeah, I'm excited. Great,
I'm a huge
just hang out
fan.
with
They
them.
always slay, and just I don't know, just Dusty is just great people. Like I
Yeah.
love when great bands are also just good people.
Fun
And
fact: we first met him. That's not true. We first met him actually in Tampa, Absolution Fest. But we booked them. They opened for Rose Garden Funeral Party at Red Party.
wow,
Yeah, it was a great night. It was a really fun
that is a
night.
great night.
Yeah,
All
but they
right.
were there. But a lot of people came for Goth Daddy.
Oh yeah.
It
There's a
was a
line for
line,
merch.
and I'm like,
Oh,
so I didn't know what Goth Daddy was. I used to knew Vision Video. I didn't know Goth Daddy. And so mom then had explained it to me, like, oh, yeah, it's his, his persona online. Like, oh, okay, with the daddy jokes, and I'm like, wow, I gotta find a shtick to do because this is really working. This is great. This is wonderful.
Genuine. He's very genuine and like
No, he's
very,
charismatic, and
yeah.
and it's wonderful because it really works wonderful. I'm like, who else can do that?
I think too in the way, like Voltaire I've seen do this but he takes the time too. Like he finishes the show tired as I am, and I watch him with like 300 people that want to walk up to, and
Oh
he
yeah,
talks to every single one,
as he
says
should.
hi, takes a pitch. I mean, he's somebody who gives 150% of his energy to his fans,
Good.
and like
Yeah.
that's awesome. All
Yeah.
right, last up, you guys have a big one on
You?
Saturday. Um, one
Okay,
of
I
the
guess it's pretty big.
all-time progenitors of, when I think of death rock, again, that's the first thing that comes to my mind, or one of them, 45 Grave. Like,
Yeah.
what does that feel like to I just have them there? And I don't
Like
know. Again, you want to talk about goth cred? I'm gonna have to
well,
remake the spreadsheet. That's ultimate goth
well,
cred.
it's like I said, we had 1919. We had probably the Oz Gang. We've had March File. We have the new bands.
Yeah,
We have the new talent. But you can't forget where they came from.
right.
And for me, like screw everyone else in the audience, let them all burn to hell. Me, I'm like, I just booked 45 Graves in New York.
Are you going to
There we go.
again get on the mic and remind everyone that they don't deserve this?
Yes, probably. I probably will. I probably will. Depending on how many spicy margaritas I've had. Yes. Yes. And knowing the Cuban bar next door, yes, I probably will.
Huh. Okay, we made it all the way through there.
Did we though? Did we?
This
Did we really?
this is going to be an epic festival, and everybody that can
You
should.
didn't even cover the DJs.
Oh, we didn't get to that yet. Okay, well, I'll put you in charge of that, Sean.
Oh, I hate all of them. Well, obviously you have me, Oopsie Bears, but you do have Martin Olgoth. You have Martasha Kinski. You have Dave Batts. You have that bastard Ralph who I cannot stand. You have Mark Splatter, Ms. Margot. You basically have the best DJs who ever played goth outside of yourself. I'm just saying that it's a ridiculous lineup.
Natasha Kinski.
I said Mortasha. Go on.
We have a lot.
We have a
DJ
lot.
Sinis.
DJs from Portugal, DJs from Germany, DJs from blah blah blah. So also
DJ Asura Sunil.
also we were talking about
Wait,
that.
you guys, Sunil's coming?
Yeah.
Now I really want to come.
You gotta come to the fest.
This is my
10% off your ticket. Right there. 10% off your ticket. Look at me. Look at me being this generous.
Mistress McCutcheon.
Yes.
Oh yeah, Lauren is
Don't that bastard Detra. So yeah, it's all the best DJs really.
Dave Batts.
DJ Patrick.
Hi-Fi Hillary.
Hi-Fi Hillary, of course, Matt V. Christ. But also is our talent wrangler behind stage. Hillary is the DJ wrangler. She has like the worst job ever.
That does sound like a
It's
bad
a,
day.
it was a lot of DJs. It's a lot of DJs.
A lot of wrangling.
Just added,
William Faith and Scarlett Sarah.
they're going to be.
What? Sarah and
Yeah,
William Wow. They always tell me that I got to come out for this. I really do. I need to
they
put
they
me in
love
the
it.
place.
I love it. They love it. And I told them they can't. I told them this. I told Sarah this when she DJ'd Red Party. I told William this not too long ago. I said, you cannot come and DJ unless you're at the barbecue on Sunday because we do an
Sure.
after party pool party barbecue on Sunday. And we all the DJs and everyone's just having such a fucking great time because you can because it's over. It's
Right. You can just
war
relax there.
stories now, and it's awesome. So it's a lot of booze. I'm on the barbecue doing ribs and vegan, of course, right?
Well,
Casey,
I mean, if it's for Sarah
Casey,
and
wait.
William, it better be
Well,
vegan.
look, we have two barbecues. Honestly,
Okay,
seriously, we
good.
really do. We really do. We have one barbecue for the omnivores and one for the vegans. So none shall meet. So the juices, those beautiful, beautiful juices won't touch your
Yeah,
teeth.
you can't cross the
No, you
streams.
can't, you can't. So Margot, Hillary, William Face, Sarah, we have so many vegans, it's ridiculous. We had to buy another barbecue
Mhm.
because I'm the one cooking. I don't want to hear it. I love the vegans. Vegans are seriously, they're in the right and I'm in the wrong.
No,
But
it's
I don't
true.
want to hear it. Don't want to hear it.
And we have two more DJs. I want to make sure we get everybody.
Who?
But Ms. Margot,
I said Miss Margot.
well, for the vegan,
That
but
was
Ms. Margot
just a
and Kangol.
in Kangal.
So that's a lot of
All
DJs.
the DJ, a lot of them there. That's
Yeah, that's
beautiful.
why I call it Night of a Thousand Cot DJs.
Wow. Okay.
He gets it.
All right.
He gets it.
So here at Sounds and Shadows, we like to spit out to a track
Yes.
to kind of celebrate. And honestly, this just sounds like an awesome event. And
It's the worst.
kind of like we did, fixation there. It feels like cool people in a
The best.
family having fun.
It
And
is,
those are the
honestly.
best festivals. And so I highly recommend to everybody go check that. I have to honestly, I'm going to finish this interview and talk to my wife and
It
look
really,
at
honestly,
finances to try and
seriously,
see what
it's
I can do.
It'd be
I
amazing if you could come.
That'd
again
be a
10% off. 10% off.
Um,
Look at me.
so if you were going to pick a track from maybe one of your headlining bands here that we could spin out to enjoy, what track would you like us to spin out to celebrate your festival here?
I think in honor of my wife and myself, I guess Pink Turns Blue. There's a song that she loves, which I love also, which off the last album. Uh, must be something more. Must be so much more
Yes.
by Pink Turns Blue. It's a beautiful track. I'm sorry it's not so synth poppy. Mi culpa, but it's a really great track. I love the last album. It's really good. It's really, really good. So I'm excited to see them. I really am.
Me too.
They're playing in Detroit. I'm going to see them when they come out here too.
Oh, screw Detroit. Go see me in New York.
I-
10%
Why
off.
not both?
Yeah,
Exactly.
that's what I do.
All right. This has been Sounds and Shadows talking about the Murder of Crows Festival in New
Oh.
York. And we're going to be spinning out to Pink Turns Blue. For all of you out there in interweb land, keep it dark, yeah.